How's it going, everybody? Doing an eating video today. It's gonna just be eating lunch. I got two chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwiches. These are Jimmy Dean, I believe. Sorman Food Line grabbed them. See how they are. Eating two of those, drinking some water. Rambling as always. Not bad. I did I'd mentioned the hype stuff in the Chucky's Punch video, and thanks to everybody who has been hyping my videos. I'm able to see it now. I found it on the laptop under the analytics, but I was looking at my Android. I have an Android phone. I'm looking on multiple videos because I was able to find the hype button there finally. Well, I was able to find the hype section. Shows you the hyped videos, top videos that are hyped, whatever. Once you hyped, I'm like, okay, I'm going to like 10 videos, can't find a hype button on any of them. And then even going to the videos that have been hyped, the top hyped videos for the day or whatever, I'm like, I see no hype button. And then I'm looking up online, and it's like, yeah, sometimes on Android it's not there. I'm like, what? So I grab my iPad. I can find the hype button on my iPad fine. I go to videos, I'm hyping the videos I want to hype. You can only hype 3 in a week, I guess. I'm like, finally, I'm able to hype some videos. Now, I don't know, some people saying, like, if your YouTube's not updated on your Android. I mean, I don't see any updates for YouTube. I looked under the app and stuff. Maybe I'll uninstall it and reinstall it. I don't know. But I am able to do it finally. Hey, don't forget to give this video a like. And hype it up if you want. You don't have to either. I was looking like, it's like person with the top hype points, like 300,000. I'm like, oh my God. Now I hope that just hyping up videos that are getting hyped for smaller creators, I guess it's like 500 to 500,000 subs. I look at 500,000 subs as like they're considering that a small creator. Because there's sections, like when I was hyping up videos for people, I saw how many hype points I'm giving, and then I went to my own channel through my other channel, the Very Under Cliches one, just to see if it was on mine. It was there, and then I get 700, I guess, per, because I'm a bigger channel. Cool little thing. Hopefully it helps people, even if they're not number one, because it's more than just the top one. It's a ton. You can go down a bit in the sections. Something else. Oh, I want to ask like a random question, because for some reason I don't have an account with Reddit. Oh, the cat. Show the wire for the headphones. Just playing with them. I don't have an account on Reddit, but sometimes I look random things up, and Reddit will come up, and I just go and see. But it was about accents in the U.S. People were talking about it, it was specifically about like New York ones, Long Island, New York, Jersey. And some people like it, some people hate it, I understand that. But I'm curious of what all your subs, all you guys take is on how thick or not thick I guess it is a Long Island accent. I guess it'd be considered New York, just New York as well. I don't know how much they differ, but I'm curious to see how thick my accent is. People are like, yeah, New Yorkers, they sound rude with their accent or tough, but then they're nice. And then other people are ragging on them, and then they start ragging on people. People started ragging on Southern accents. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? I've always loved Southern accents, especially now I'm down here. Like, of course, every regional accent, you're going to find people that have a very thick one, and they're hard to understand. I've come across it once down here. No matter where you are. But I was like, really? Like, I love a Southern accent. It's nice and like mellow and polite, and it's like a breezy accent. It's like peaceful to me. I love it. I'm like, really? Like, I could see people saying the New York accent, or maybe, I know, Massachusetts stuff, the New England accent is different, but I could see people thinking the New York, Jersey, the tri-state area accent could come off as aggressive. I could definitely see that. But I'm like, what? I'm like, really? Like, being down here, like, so me, you talk to some of the neighbors and stuff. Other people, if you're out in the store, something like, yeah, man, yeah. When the Southern accent's on point, you're like, yes, this is awesome. I found a person, I watch them through my other channel. These are pretty good, by the way. They open card packs. It's a very small channel. I just found it because I was looking up card-related content, and they're from Alabama. Their accent's great. I'm like watching this guy's videos. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, just great. Yeah, it's weird. I'm like, what? Southern accent's like a top one for me personally. In the U.S., it might be my favorite. I'm trying to think. Like, I think it's my favorite. I'm trying to think. I'm not even necessarily a massive fan. Like, I don't hate the New York accent. Sometimes, when it's thick and it's almost over the top, cartoonish, which I hope mine isn't. I know I say things like dog. I don't say dog. I don't say coffee. I can clearly. I just, coffee. I don't want to say coffee in general, okay? It's disgusting. And it sounds disgusting. But I do like. It's Southern accent's gotta be my favorite. And there's a lot of good ones though. I don't know that Midwestern accent. You'll hear it in, like, I guess Minnesota and like Chicago area. Probably, I assume, Wisconsin and stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I'm ignorant on that. So I don't really know like locations and stuff of that. But you hear even upstate. Like, my fiance's stepmom was from up there, and she has like a specific accent that you'll hear like upstate. You might hear other places as well, but I was surprised by that. Like, people are like, stupid. They sound stupid. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what? I've never got that myself personally. Like, it makes sense for people to say, a New York accent can sound aggressive and rude before someone says, oh, because people are saying, oh yeah, people with Southern accents, like the Southern accent makes people sound dumb. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, where is this? Do people actually think this? I don't know. To me, it makes no sense. I love it. It's so mellow and just, like I said, it's like almost breezy. It's like a nice breezy. You listen to it and you're like, yeah. You like nod your head a little bit. You're like, yeah, this is nice. I'm feeling relaxed now. Thank you. I've always liked of course, like New York. This is just me rambling on about accents. Oh, and real quickly, I was asked again about my Amazon has been set to private for a while. I'm going to set it to public again if everyone's interested. If you're not, It just doesn't matter. But I have to. I kept it on private for a while. But yeah, back to accents. I'm sorry. Before I just said with the Amazon thing, I was like, it doesn't matter. No, I've always appreciated the things I've been gifted from there. But I'm more saying if you're not interested in looking at my Amazon wish list, you know, that's completely fine and perfect. You know, yeah, but the Southern accent's fantastic. Like, how do you like? I don't know. I mean, of course, everybody's gonna have different opinions, but like to say it's like awful is like what, what, what? But yeah, what is my accent in terms of New York or Long Island? Like, how intense is it out of 10? I don't know. Of course, when you live in these places for a while, I mean, you don't notice it as much. I mean, I've noticed it sometimes myself when I say certain things. I'm like, why did I say it like that? These were pretty good, by the way. Southern accents favorite in the U.S. I mean, for Europe or just anywhere else in the globe on Earth, the English accent, British accent is still probably for me like tops. When you find, and of course I'm going to bring up a person I've brought up a ton, but when you have when an English accent like is on point, because I know there's different accents in that country too, but when you get like the English accent, like the one where it's like so perfect to where you're just like, this is how the English language should be spoken, you know, by anyone who speaks English. Like, this is the definition to me. Like, it's so, like, that's still probably my overall favorite. Southern accent's actually pretty close, but I've said it a million times. I'm a voice person when it comes to ASMR. I'm a voice person. ASMR with Bex, still for me, the best voice in the ASMR community. That's for me, obviously. Everybody else is different, but it's like so, like, just, I'm like, yes, I could listen. When I like someone's voice, I can just listen to them, like, all day. Like, how you just talk? I'm just going to sit here. And I do a lot of talking in my videos. You should see me when I get drunk. Then I really, because I'm pretty, like, I'm not shy. Once I know people and stuff, I'll be talkative. Sometimes I'm not. But when I first meet people, I'm very, like, if you start talking about something I'm into, I can go with it. But if it's something I'm not interested in, or I'm not confident talking about, like, I'll get very quiet. I won't even attempt to, like, interject anything. But once you know me and stuff, like, if I get drunk, like, then it's really, like, that's like almost my real personality, like, or what I am gets amplified. So I get very talkative. I'm not mean. My dad was an asshole drunk. Thankfully, that didn't pass down to me. He wasn't an asshole to me, but other family members, I've talked about this, so I did not get that. I just get very talkative, and sometimes I get reflective, but a lot of people get like that too. You start thinking of things, and you're like, oh, you know, if I did this better, and I gotta be better here and this and stuff, you know. But yeah, the English accent when it's on point. ASMR with Bex's accent is so on point. Like, I go to her channel and watch her vids, because to me the best voice in ASMR. There's other ones too. The funny thing is that guy with the card channel, like, this guy's voice is great. He should just be doing ASMR videos. And the funny thing is, cards in general, with the shuffling and the sorting, and when you're just putting cards on top of each other, going through them, it's perfect for ASMR. Stop that. Cat's up here being annoying. Don't bite. She gets bitey sometimes. Not like, it's like more of a love bite. Not like I want to hurt you. But yeah, it's like sports cards is very, very ASMR. It's very tingly because really the sounds are great. Sports card sounds, or cards in general, doesn't have to be sports. It could be Magic the Gathering, could be just playing cards, Pokemon, whatever. A card with something on it. It could be an index card work, but there's something about the whole process of like going through your cards, like you're sorting them, you're putting down. Even when I do it myself, like for me personally, like when I love getting cards, I want to build a set, and I legitimately love sorting through the cards, putting them in their number order, seeing which ones I need. It's super relaxing for me to do. Like I love just doing it. I'm not even filming a video for it. I'm just sitting here placing the cards down. Okay, looking through them and stuff. It's extremely therapeutic, actually. I really like doing it. That's why I love getting these, and it's also nostalgic when I get the cards from like the late 80s into the early to mid 90s when I was getting a lot of cards. It's like it's nice. It's like, and they're not that expensive. Some of the basketball ones are actually pretty expensive from that time. I do want to get like a 90-91 Skybox box. Or 91-92, but 91-92 is more expensive. The Series 2 is more expensive than Series 1 because that has the Olympic cards in it. The Skybox one. Because it was during the 92 Olympics. But that one's more expensive. But you 90-91, you get Series 1 for like, you can get it for like under 60 in some instances. Anywhere from like 55 to probably 75, which is not terrible. You get in 36 packs, I believe. You're getting like 14, 15 cards a pack. To me, it's always about money with stuff. Like in terms of my value for my money, like I don't care. I'm not buying Score Hockey to get some. I'm not getting a hit in there. There's not like, oh my god, you get some stuff that has like $3 in value. Oh, I got a Brodeur rookie, Yager, Lindros, like a couple dollars in value. You probably can't even move it, and I'm not planning on doing that. I get it because I like the cards. Maybe build a set, get close to it, and get some of these cool cards that'll be like, nice to have the rookie. I'm not looking at my cards as money. I have some that do have some value, nothing crazy. I don't think I have anything worth over $100, but that Otani I got on the red, and the Garrett Cole auto, probably my most expensive ones. But it's just like I like getting those because it's nostalgic, especially with the basketball ones, because I had gotten a lot of basketballs, especially the Skybox in the upper deck, and Fleer Ultra as well. And Fleer Ultra had that great design. I have it with the baseball cards, hockey too. All of the sports had the same design for like 2 years. It was such a cool design. But yeah, baseball cards are, and sport cards, it's nice and mellow. And you're just like, yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Went on about accents there for a little bit. Water. Coffee's always the one that people like want to hear. Coffee. It's so simple to just say coffee, but it's like, well, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I've always just said Long Island. Like I know that people say Long Island, but on Long Island, and then some people say in. I was in Long Island. Were you now? You were in the earth itself. I'm impressed. Some people are in Long Island that are buried there. But yeah, let me know what accent you have in the comments section, wherever you're from. Australian accents are really nice too. Like a Scottish accent or Irish. There's a lot of them in the UK. Even like, when people, it's not, English isn't the native language, but they can speak it. It's still like the accent's still nice when you hear it in their native accent and you hear it spoken. That's really nice too. Like people in France and stuff like that, you'll hear it and be like, oh yeah, nice. And even if I don't know what people are saying in their language, like you can hear it and be like, this is relaxing. I like this. I don't know what's being said, but it's relaxing me because I like the tone and the voice and stuff. That was the cat making some kind of sound. You getting tired? Are you letting off a sigh or something, Pudge? People have talked about the cat video, doing a cat video again. I have done cat videos with her and the old cats we used to have, but maybe I'll do another one at some point with her. I'm just going to keep rambling here. So if you like a non-gum rambling, you're going to get some here. Because I plow through my food in 30 seconds. But yeah, I do. That's my favorite thing is people's voices. I used to be like, when you would, there would be just, and anybody has this kind of stuff. I remember there's a person, it was like, I think I mentioned this in an ASMR, like, related thing in terms of, not how I got into it, but like experiences with it when you didn't know what it was. I remember my old channel, I used to film on a flip cam. And I would always bring it with me, because if I wanted to take a walk in the woods or something, I'd be like, I'm going to film a quick little walk in the woods, so I'd have it on me. Not all the time. But I was going to do it one day when I went to the doctor, because I was like, I got to walk all this. This is a long journey to this doctor. This was like an hour and a half walk for me. But I would do it because I loved walking. And then the way I'd come back, I'd be able to go through the woods in Massapequa, whatever it's called, those woods. Not big, but they have little paths and stuff. And somehow I must have hit record and leaned or something, because it went on. And I got home, I'm like, I didn't end up recording any walk. And I went home and I was like, what the fuck? Why do I have no minutes on this thing? Or it was like 2 minutes left or some shit. And I realized I must have been recording while in the doctor. So it was just a lot of either me sitting in the room, no sound, and you hearing other people talk. Which is crazy, because someone had a seizure, was having a seizure in there, and you heard commotion. And then the nurse, not the doctor herself, but the nurse came in, I guess she's not a nurse. They just called nurses in the regular doctor's office. I don't know. But she came in, she had to take blood, and she's talking, and she had like a super relaxing voice, and it ended up being, I get lucky, and it's like, oh, look at that, it recorded in my pocket. This is great. Now I have this. I didn't know what it was, but I would listen back to it and be like, this is super mellow. It's giving me tingles, and that's what it was back then. You'd get like the feeling, and you wouldn't even know what it was. That's ASMR. I had no idea. This is back in, this wasn't even that long ago, actually. This would have been 2011. But I had that for years, when I was younger and stuff. Listening to people, like someone's talking to you on the phone, and you're just kind of listening to them, and they have a nice voice, and the phone gives off that like additional kind of like filter almost of the voices, and like it adds a little bit to it. I used to love that. So I've always been a voice person. It's funny. I went to the doctor yesterday, and I walked over to the mall afterwards, and my fiance got me. I took the Uber there. Thankfully, I was able to get one. I was nervous because there was one time I could not get an Uber here. Kept trying, couldn't find anybody. Smaller town, there's not a need for as many people to need one, right? So I tried like 2 hours before my appointment yesterday, and I was immediately got one. So I was there for a bit. And I got, I went there, they took blood and stuff, and the guy did send in a prescription to up for a 40 milligram omeprazole, which I'm hoping helps it, because the 20 milligram just doesn't do what it should. Like, it doesn't do enough, I feel, if you have a serious problem. But the 40, it happened to me one other time a while ago where I just like, I'm going to try to stop, and I'm going to take an over-the-counter one, because you can't get over-the-counter 40, you can get over-the-counter 20. So I took that. And like after a few weeks, it was coming back, and then I got back on the 40, and it corrected itself and fixed it, And you obviously eat better as well, but so he sent that, and I have to get that either later today or tomorrow, and I got to go back in 4 weeks because he wants to. Because I had mentioned, and I was filling out the forms for a new patient. I remember, I've been told I've had borderline high cholesterol a few times, and then every time I go back and the blood work's done, it's fine. I mentioned this, and then the guy's like, "Oh, I want to take blood for cholesterol," but I had eaten a little bit that day, so I got to do a little fast before in 4 weeks, and when I go back, and they'll take blood for that. But nice doctor, it's a nice office and stuff. It was funny actually. Because it's in a bigger building, and it's in Suite B. I'm like trying to find it, and there's a woman gets out of her car. She's walking in front of me. I'm like, oh, maybe she's going to Suite B. And then she goes to a door. I can't see it. She's a far enough distance from me. I'm not going to get close. I'm like, oh, excuse me. She's like, I'm like, oh my God. She's like, I'm like, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, that's all right. I'm like, where's Sweet Pea? She's like, I think it's down there. I'm like, well, once again, I apologize. She's like, no, you're all right. It's like, and I purposely will, like, if someone's walking in front of me and they're not aware of it, I cause there. I like make it so there's a further gap. Like I'll slow down because I don't want to be right up on someone in case they do turn around and they're like, oh my God, there's someone behind me. You know, I'm, as someone who walks constantly, like I'm pretty like good with my surroundings and being aware of who's where and what like that and stuff like that. But anyway, that all happened. Then I went to the mall because the mall was it was nice because the mall was like a 15-minute walk from the doctor. And I was like, perfect. I'll go there, wait till like 5 o'clock, and my fiance can get me after she's done with work. And it was only I got out of there at a little after 3:30, and I wasn't in there long. I went into the what is it called? Durham Sports. I was walking around there. I got a slice of pizza from the one pizza place because I was a little hungry, and then I went to Five Below. I was trying to find some drinks, couldn't find any. And I went into this Books a Million, it's called, and I grabbed my fiance an Edgar Allan Poe book because she's like, oh, it makes me want to read him. We went to the Edgar Allan Poe thing on the weekend. And I'm like, they have the books that have like all of his stories in them. So I got her it. I saw it in there, I got her it. But it was funny. I was taking it. I was walking around the store because I was killing some time looking at some other books and other trinkets. They have their toys and Legos and Funko Pops, whatever. And I'm just tapping on the book. I'm like walking through the store, just tapping on the book. I'm like, this makes pretty good tapping sound. But anyway, yeah, I'll go for a little bit longer here. I could feel those two little sandwiches running through me. You might be hearing a purr now. Yeah. But it was nice. It was, I this is how, like, I'll get on the treadmill. It does the treadmill, even with, these treadmills, you can raise the incline and stuff. So it's like, oh, it's kind of mimicking like climbing on an actual outside, like going up a hill or something. It doesn't compare because this town is, you got the mountains that way. They're small mountains, Burkhead Mountain Wilderness up that way. And even coming to us, you come off the road and it's a little ascent. But it's very like valley and hills and stuff. It's not, it's like this. This town is like this. It's not like Long Island's just like this, right? There is some stuff, but not really. And I'm freaking like, and I haven't been walking the way I have. I walk when I cut the lawn. I'm walking when I go into town, and I get on the treadmill sometimes. The treadmill just does not, it's not the same. I'm like walking, I'm walking, I'm ascending, and then I'm going back down to get to the mall, and I'm like feeling a little bit. I'm like, man, I'm out of shape with walking. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, even because I get on the treadmill, I lift my weights and stuff. It's not the same as me getting out and doing, not the weightlifting, but the walking on the treadmill is not the same as walking out on the streets or in the woods. It's not the same. Even if you can do an incline and stuff, it's not the same. It's a nice little workout and it's good to do, but it's not the same. Like, it doesn't give you that. I don't get tired on the treadmill. I can go on the treadmill for 2-3 hours at a decent speed and a much faster speed than I'm walking when I'm out in the open. Out in the open, when I'm out in the streets. I'm out wandering the streets. But it's like, I can't, it's just not because my leg, I'm like, man, and then it went away, but I was like, really? It's like a 15-20 minute walk with a slope going up and down. Like, what? Of course, it's a little nerve-wracking because there's not a lot of sidewalks around here, so I'm like looking back. Thankfully, the roads aren't that busy, which is nice, but I'm constantly looking back. I'm getting onto grass, and I don't want to walk onto people's lawns either. I just don't like doing that. So I'll walk in the street. When I keep looking back, I see no cars are coming for a bit, I'll walk. And then there was an area where there was just kind of woodsy, so I was like, all right, I'll walk off to the side here. But yeah, there's my story for the day. From yesterday. My adventure. The hell of the incredible adventure of going to the doctor and then walking to the mall and getting a slice of pizza and a book. But it was nice to get out and just, like, not like not get out that way because, like I said, on Long Island, I'd go. I'd be like, I'm taking a walk. If I was home, if I was working, obviously wouldn't. But I was lifting boxes all day and everything else, and I was on my feet all day. But the days I wasn't working, I would be like, yeah, I just want to go take a walk, and I could just go for 2 hours. I can't do that here, but where we are, like if we live closer to town, I could do it. But here I can't. It's just this road here. No, when I will cut the lawn up there to go on the main road, my head is like this because people come flying down this road, and it's like all it takes is someone to. Some of the people are good, and they'll see you, they'll slow down because I'm constantly looking, so I'm pretty aware when they're coming, and I stop the mower because I don't want anything going flying in their car, and they appreciate it. They'll be like, oh, you see a little nod or wave. And some people will, obviously if there's nobody on the other side, they will move over and give me a little bit of space because it's tight there. Like no, like I'm not a fan of cutting the lawn up there, but because you got to be careful, and you don't even have to be speeding, but if a car just doesn't see you out of nowhere, and all of a sudden I fidget or something, like it's tough. Um, yeah, I'm gonna find more. I'm gonna try find more Southern accents on YouTube, no matter what the the topic is. It doesn't have to be ASMR. I said it'd be card openings. That's the thing. I find stuff, and if I'm a voice person, you got me. I'm like, boom, done, subbed. I'm gonna watch your videos. Might not comment much. I'm not. I don't comment on a ton of videos. I do like a lot of videos. I need to comment more though. I feel. I always leave a like though. I'll give you a full view, and if I like a video, I'm giving it multiple views. Obviously, a lot of people do that, and everybody knows. I assume everybody is the same way as me, especially with the ASMR videos. Like you're watching a video you really like, and they say something, or the way it sounds at a point. Like I'm rewinding a part of a video, going back and forth like 50 times. I can't even fully like. There's plenty of times where I listen to ASMR and I just sit down, lay down, listen to it, and then go into the ASMR zone. I go into the zone where you're not sleeping. You can still hear the voices fine. You're like almost partially asleep, and you could hear the voice, and you're there. And it's only maybe like 5 minutes, and you're like, oh, okay. But a lot of the times I don't do that because I'm too busy. Like, I don't know, I like that part. I gotta go back and listen to that again, listen to that again, listen to that again. I do that with music too. I mean, a lot of people do that. It's not just me, obviously. A lot of people listen to music like that. Like, I love this part. Listen to it 500 times in a row. But that was, I do that with the ASMR videos. And I'm a visual trigger person too. So, like, if someone is talking and their facial expressions, like if someone has another thing, this is gonna sound weird, maybe it probably is. If someone has like they just have a very expressive face and stuff and eyes, like it's almost like the words and the way they're talking and their facial expression, it's like in sync, and it's just like, yes, this is like I'm hitting the relaxation point. But yeah. Let me know about my accent again. And if you like voices, if you're a voice person, and if you like the English accent, once again, check out ASMR with Bex. I will always, I've mentioned her a ton of times. The best voice for me. Best voice, hands down. It's like, it's yes. Like, this is, that and that other guy, I don't know, what's his name? Wax Pack Treasure Hunt? That voice too. His voice is excellent. I'm like, yeah, this is it. Just keep talking, dude. Just relax here for a bit. But yeah, that's just this is a eating, and let me go a little bit longer. Fuck it. It'll be eating this and a longer, soft-spoken ramble. I do love rambling. It's my favorite thing to do for videos. It really is. Like, I could do them every day, but stomach's making noise now. My stomach's making a move. It's like, you're not making this that much longer, dude. You're going to be rushing to the bathroom over your Jimmy Dean. I think it was Jimmy Dean processed freaking fake sandwiches. Nah, half fake. Pumped full of whatever. What are you doing, cat? Don't claw on that. I need to look into some more starting lineups. I'm looking at them over the shelf. I was getting that kind of kick too. I was thinking about, it was a request a couple of years ago about talking about like games I completed over the course of the year, and then I've done it. I think it was a 23 request, and then I did it then, and then I did it in 24. And I'm like, well, I'll obviously do it again this year, but I'm thinking like I have not beaten a ton of games this year. I don't think. Not a ton. I need to finish up Indy before the end of the year. I'm freaking at the end of the game. That's how much I have not been into playing the games, that I'm not even like, I'm like, probably like an hour left of this game probably. Because I remember it was like, oh, we got to go to this final spot or something. I'm like, no, I want to and I wanted to collect other stuff and find things. And then I was like, and then I stopped playing it. Yeah, but that will probably be in there. There's a couple more PS5 games. We did beat a Way Out and Trine 5. There might have been a couple other downloadables I need to look at as well. Unless those were 24. I'd have to go back and look, or I could look on my Xbox and look at when I got achievements for games to see when I beat them. Because I was like, oh yeah, Silent Hill 2. I was like, no, I beat that in 24. Now, Hogwarts Legacy and RoboCop Rogue City were both this year. But I have to look and see if there's anything else on the PS5. I mean, I think I'm at the end of Deathmark as well, Deathmark 2. I need to get back into Alan Wake 2 again. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. Final Fantasy 16. Oh my god. I need to try to get motivated to play games. Oh, Silent Hill F will be another one I'm going to beat, probably because I am going to get that game, and I will play that game. And if it's good, I will keep playing that game. I hope it's good. I'll go a few more minutes here. I'll get it to 40 minutes. I usually like to do 40 and 5 for me to consider it a long ramble, but that's fine. 40 minutes is fine. Get some purring of the cat. The mic should be picking it up. It's not picking up the ringing in my ears. I cut the front lawn today. It's nice though because the lawn's it's cooled down considerably down here, which is surprising. It's got to be below its normal temp, which is fine. It's nice. It's nice 70s and stuff. She's like pawing my wrist. But it's like, when that lawn gets thick and it's raining and stuff, like it's a pain in the ass. It's jamming up. I gotta raise the back wheels, which I like to get as short as possible, so it's not growing as fast. But the battery would run out before I was even done on the front lawn, and it sucked because I'd have to keep stopping and unclog the mower. But now it's not a problem because it's not growing the way it was, which is nice. So I can finish the front lawn. Because usually when it's not a problem, I can do the whole front lawn down the strip, down that way. And then there's a little section kind of off to the side by the garage. Well, the garage is here and it's up. And I could do that, and then I have to charge it. But yeah, I was having to charge it, like, not mid-cut, but I'd be cutting about 80% of it. And I was like, come on, man. Because then I got to charge it up for at least, like, I like to get it to 2 bars. It has 4 bars. So I got to wait at least like a half an hour, which is not a problem. And I'll do some weed whacking or something else, rip some weeds out while I'm waiting, or just come inside and relax. But sometimes I lose the motivation to go back out and cut it. This video is going up Thursday. I'm filming it Wednesday, so who's playing Thursday Night Football? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to watch the Aston Villa game this weekend. Or maybe I don't know what it's on. It's not on USA, and I don't have Peacock. I was going to get it, and then I found out USA Network had their first 3 games. Probably better to not watch their game anyway. Maybe they'll just win, and then I didn't plan on watching all of their game. Well, they play 38. I didn't plan on watching all of them. And the women's team, Aston Villa women's team, same result, 0-0 draw in their first game. Who did they play? Was it Everton? No, I don't know. I forget. But apparently they played pretty well, though. I guess they had chances and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Because I think Aston Villa is playing. They're playing Everton, I believe, and then they got to play Liverpool the following week. That's going to be an L, probably. But they added these guys during the transfer window, and apparently people are excited about the addition. So hopefully it works out. And the goalie didn't end up going to, where was he going to go? Like Manchester City or something? But he didn't. I don't know how it fully works. Oh my god! All right, I had to turn this off. My stomach's like going nuts. I'm gonna start farting. It's gonna be a problem. But anyway, yeah, these things were all right. Jimmy Dean chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwiches. And just rambling about accents and some other things as well. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.